Welcome everyone, it's Shari Carroll with a do-it-yourself project idea where you can use the Tim Holtz Tree Light dies along with some foiled papers or even cardstock. I have created a few and you can see where I've put some twinkling LED lights underneath to create an arrangement for my coffee table. The die set comes with two sizes of trees and the finished height of those, the tall one is 5 inches and the smaller one is 3 3/4 inches. Each tree can be cut in one piece and they have 3 panels of different designs on each of the sides. I am just using them all together and I have taped them on the back so I can run them through with my paper to get one complete tree. If you want the same design on each side, you can remove those panels and place your desired design in each side and die cut 3 times until you have the completed tree. Here's a sample that I've created using the small template and some Tonic silver foil paper, and it comes out really gorgeous. And I want to tell you that the bottom has a hole, and that is perfect to set on top of a tea light. So once you have your design or have your die cut and put together, you can just set that on top of the tea light and turn that on and off as you wish. I have die cut several foil papers and these are all from Tonic, and Tim Holtz just came out with some gorgeous foil papers that you could also use for these. But some of these have a really nice pattern to them that turns out really beautiful once you put them together. I also cut out some mirrored paper which is highly reflective, and these turned out beautiful once I assembled them as well. You can see that shine on those papers. I thought I'd also show you the size of the die so that you know what to cut your papers to. And you are safe to cut your papers to 6 inches wide on each of these dies. So cut your papers about 6 by 7 to be safe. Another idea that you could do with these tree lights is to stamp on them. And I'm going to use the doodle circle because no matter how I turn that pattern, it'll look nice on the tree light. So I'll be silver embossing this, and I'm starting off with some Simon Says Stamp clear ink on a very dirty stamp. And I'll stamp that right onto the die cut piece, and I'm using my palm to press that down. And once I lift that up, I can see my embossing ink on the panel. I can sprinkle this with some silver embossing powder, and that's from Simon Says Stamp. And once I have that covered, I'll heat set that with my heat tool. And now I've created my own shiny look. To assemble these, you can either use Simon Says Stamp glue or also some thin 1/4 inch double stick tape. I'll be assembling this one with the tape, and I have pre-folded all of the score lines that the die has created. So I'll start with the longest edge, and I am adding a strip of tape all the way down the entire edge. And when the tape is in place, I want to snip off the excess using the edge of the paper as a guide. Next, I'll peel off the backing sheet from the tape, and I'm starting at the top, and I'll tuck the folded edge under the front flap. Once I have it positioned correctly, I can press it together and then use my fingers on the inside to give it a good squeeze so it holds securely. To close the tree, I'm adding some of that adhesive to the 2 flaps that are on the bottom, and again I'll trim off the excess using that paper as a guide. Once again, you'll remove the backing of the tape and tuck that tab right under that edge, and then run your finger across and you'll get a good seal. And to finish your tree off, tuck the other tab in and again run your finger across, and now you have your completed tree. I've put a few in an arrangement of colors that I'd like to display in my home, and I wanted to show you that you can use a little bit of distress brush pewter paint or some washi tapes on the bases of your tea lights, and those create a nice finish look for your trees. You could also suspend these and create ornaments. So I've just pierced the tops of the trees with a needle and some silver thread and then hung them. And once they're on your tree, you could tuck in one of your low heat lights and it will light these up like a luminary. I hope I've given you some inspiration in using the Tim Holtz Tree Light dies, and be sure to pull out all your glitters and sequins and decorate these to coordinate with your home decor for the holidays. Check out the description box below to the links to our blog and also the supply list. And as always, thanks so much for watching.